What's up, everybody? It's your boy Never Hustle One back with another video. So I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope everybody enjoyed that weekend. So today I want to talk about a football schedule that I had back in grade school. But a little background for you guys: when I was playing football in grade school, high school to be precise, my 9th grade year, I was cut from the team around homecoming. So I took that time I took that time that summer, get a little faster, get a little smarter, get a little better at the game of football. Came back my 10th grade year under the same coach, ran the same time, cut me. So instead of being frustrated, I took that time to learn a little more, get a little faster, get a little better, put on a little bit more weight. Come end of my 10th grade year, that football coach leaves and another set of coaches show up. So they found me, talked to me, hey, we heard about you, this from another player. We're interested in you playing football for us. Now, I had told them what happened, and I was like, I'll think about it. And it came time for me to, came time for practice and all, stuff like that. And I came, and I practiced and all. They got everybody working out, weight room. We want to see how you can do, we want to see what you can bring to this team. We want an X factor for this team and that like that. So I was up for the challenge. So as the season began to start, I told them, hey, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to accomplish this, I want to set the tone for the rest of the season. So position-wise, I was starting quarterback and starting middle linebacker. So when the season started, what I didn't know is the game was going to be on TV. We found that out I found it out at the end of the game when people were talking about it after the fact. But before I get to that point, so as far as quarterback, some of the guys were skeptical based off the team we were playing. We were playing Hardin Academy. And when the game started, some of the guys were antsy about getting the ball. So some of them were playing scared. So a lot of the plays that were supposed to have been passing plays fell to the dirt without them making much of an effort to attempt to catch the ball. So early on, I realized the offense wasn't going like it was going, and the running back at the time, he wasn't really too keen on doing his spot. So it was a lot of me running and going for real short passes, which I was fine with at the time. And on defense, we kind of set the tone a little on defense. A couple plays could have been differently, but I had started carving up I had started making a hole in the offense from defense. So I was at the time doing pretty well on defense at middle linebacker, and on offense, going both ways. I didn't really have time to come to the sideline to get some Gatorade or water. So when my legs started to cramp up, I kind of like shook it off. A couple plays later, offense and defense, series or two, it was apparent to me that something was wrong, and the coaches kind of picked up the same thing. So they called me out the game, and by this time, I just had gotten 10, 15 yards and got dog pile. So I wasn't too fast getting off the field, so I was a little gingerly getting off. I took my helmet off, and as I was walking on to the sideline toward the bench, my leg I was stepping with cramped up. So I lost my balance and I hit the ground. Both legs started to cramp up and my arms started to cramp a little. So as I tried to get up, one coach pushed me down and told me stay down, don't get up. Closed my eyes for a second or two, tried to get up again. Another coach put a hand on me and opened my eyes. It's two coaches now. They put their hands on me. Hey, stay down, stay down. Close my eyes. Try to get up a third time. It's now like 5 different coaches around me with their hands on me saying, stay down, stay down. While I know he's in the back making something. So he has salt packets, and he's putting it in his Gatorades, shaking them up like, hey, drink these. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is gonna do at the time, but I'm drinking it, and while this is going on, our backup quarterback gets hurt. So he gets hurt, and we didn't have a third backup quarterback. So the coach is frantic now. Defensive series goes, and he asks the then hurt backup quarterback, is he able to go? He tells him, nah, he's not able to go. So he's looking around for a backup or someone who could just play quarterback for the rest of the game. And I step up beside him. It's like, I'm ready. He's like, you sure? What about your injury? This is this. 2 words. I'm ready. So I go back out there, and by this time it's right after halftime. So we had carved us a big deficit that we had that we was supposed to climb ourselves out of. But with that, I didn't know at the time that I was entering stage 2 of dehydration, where certain body parts start to cramp up. But I ignored the signs. Told my body, hey, you're gonna do what I say. You're gonna do what I ask you to do. And my body disagreed with that. Very much so disagreed with that. So the game ended. I had 200 yard rushing, about 60 yards passing, no interceptions, and on defense, I had 16 tackles for middle linebacker. So when this game ended, we lost the game, and I had gotten hurt to the point where I could not get on this bus. So when they realized I couldn't get on the bus, the coach that drove his pickup truck opened up his flatbed and said, hey, get in. So by this time it was stage 4. So I had cramps throughout my body that you could visibly see the size of golf balls. So cramp knots, or whatever I call them. So I had did the best I could to keep from making too much noise, let everybody know, hey, I'm good. But underlying, I was not. So we all went back to school, and he opened the locker room for the players, and we rushed to his house. Gave me some fluid. I don't know what that was, but then we all rushed to the store afterwards. Got some Gatorade and some chips. These chips, salt and vinegar chips. 4 bags of those. Forced those down my throat with Gatorade. Till this day, I cannot eat salt and vinegar chips. Like, I have flashbacks to that, and I never want to eat those. But it was another player that also got hurt to his ACL. We didn't know that at the time, but we were going to that game, and we were going to the hospital. And they went in, they saw him, and by that point, I had started yelling really loud. I needed a wheelchair to get into the hospital, and when they admitted me, they had told the coaches, hey, we need to cut them out these clothes. And the coaches, being cheap, they said, these are new uniforms, so we got to just take it all off him. So they get me down to underwear, and I remember one of the coaches grabbing my underwear. His big hand. He grabbed my underwear, and I grabbed it while in pain and looked at him like, make sure me and him get that eye contact. And I said, I got it. He said, you sure? I said, yeah, I think I got this. So he let me go and all that. So I put on a hospital gown, and I took off there, and they hooked me up to the machine, put an IV in my arm, and I had been hollering for 4.5, 5 hours. Up until that point, I passed out from the pain. So while my mom was at work, my mom worked the night shift. So while she was at work, her friend was talking to her about it. Hey, school was on TV, and by this time, my mom didn't know I played football. So her friend told her, yeah, the school was on TV. They were doing good until this guy got hurt. My mom didn't know, and her friend didn't know at the time that she was talking about me. So my mom asked, did they say who got hurt? And her friend said no. They didn't say who got hurt, but yeah, they had a good chance before he went down. So that's what they talked about, and I went over to my house. My nephew, my cousin was visiting, and he asked my brothers what time did he usually come back from a football game. They told him, yeah, around like 10:30. He told them at that time it was after midnight. He was like, yeah, he's probably at the hospital if he ain't back by now. So that vert back to the hospital. When I woke up, they had me go to the bathroom, run their test. I drank some Gatorade and all that. Coaches brought me food. While they brought me food and I was laying down there waiting on my test results, one of the coaches started talking about my feet. So my feet, they're not the best looking. They're like real muscular and veiny. And that's what they talked about. So when it came time for me to go home, I was able to sit down properly. Body was still hurting, but I remember getting home around like 7 that morning. So I got home and I got help into the house. And once I laid down, I had slept for a day and a half, nearly 2 days. So I missed the first 2 days of school. And the times when I did get up to go to the restroom, I still couldn't walk. So I had to crawl to the restroom, do my business, and crawl back into the bed. So when it came time for me to go back to school Wednesday, everybody was talking, hey, how you doing? We haven't heard from you, are you okay? And I had been drinking Gatorade for the past 3 days. So when I finally got back and finished the school day, I sat in and watched practice. The coach asked me, would I be able to play Friday? And my response to him at the time was, I don't know. And he asked me, are you scared to play? And I pulled him to the side. I'm like, I'm not scared to play, but to actually suit up and physically go through the motion of playing, I'm terrified. And I'm like, there was a football scare that I didn't know was coming. Like, I didn't understand it at the time, what was going on with me. And I never wanted to experience that again. So he said, okay, just think about it. I'm not going to force you to play. So come that Thursday, he thought it was a bright idea to tell the class at the time, because he was also my chemistry teacher. He thought it was a good idea to tell them, Hey, when he was in the hospital bed, in his words, butt booty naked, y'all wouldn't believe it, in his toes. Oh my gosh. But my body still hadn't recovered, so I wasn't really up for like going back and forth with him about that. But my advice to anybody that's playing football or that played football is like, remember to stay hydrated. Like, it gave me a scare that my mom was adamant on me playing football, and I was adamant about if I wanted to continue to play football, given that I was in no control of that. And even now to this day, I preach this. I try to stay hydrated as best I can through anything, whether it's working or playing recreational sports. But I want everybody to take this message and stay hydrated. Do whatever you're doing. If you're doing a lot of sweating, stay hydrated. Especially in the summer where you lose a lot more fluid than you would in the fall. Please stay hydrated, stay safe. That's the video. Tune in Friday on Spotify for my episode of The More You Know. Until then, it's your boy Never Hustled 1. I'm out.